Greetings guys and gals and fellow gamers, this is Games for Kicks and welcome to Age of Survival. This is a survival game by a company called Seattletek. It's released on Steam only just this evening. I've been playing this game for about 4 hours, on and off, well, more off than on, but anyway, 4 hours, about 2.5 hours in one session at some stage, and I have a fair idea. Now the game is it's not your standard survival game in the sense it has no zombies, okay? So survival is based on surviving in the wilderness. Well, currently it's not much survival. The only thing that really kills you right now is trees. I haven't tried attacking any of the rare animals that you see sometimes, but trees are the biggest foe right now. The way the game is described is it is a survival simulation crafting game from Seattletek. Your player has been stranded on an island not far off the coast of Africa, where you will encounter creatures like boar, elephant, lions, hippos, crocs, rhinos, and tons of sea life. Now, they seem to put an emphasis there on sea life, which means they obviously want you to go out to the sea, because I assume that boars, elephants, lions, hippos, crocs, and rhinos, oh my, are gonna be, after a while, very repetitive. So, and they don't seem to attack you. I came across a herd of... it's a herd of elephants, is it? At some stage, and I couldn't really see any other animals. Now, why am I running around here aimlessly? Well, that's very simple. Currently, in the single-player game, the player starts with nothing. No tools, no nothing. You have your inventory, you have your crafting window, you have your standard controls like crouch, which also seems to open the crafting window by default. So you can rebind your crouch key, I suppose, but every time I do and I restart the game, it resets all the bindings. So, yeah, you know, so there's no point. I just use default controls for the most part. Anyway, I'm still searching for this village, and I'm gonna record all this so you actually can see what you have to do when you play this in single player. So I'm running around on the beach because the villages are usually spread around on the beaches, and I think I'm gonna get close to one soon, hopefully. Well, I don't know, we'll see. And once you get to a village, you basically find your first woodlock, because when you hit attack, nothing happens. You cannot punch. So this is actually probably the first survival game that doesn't let you, that doesn't give you hands. Okay, it gives you hands to have items, but it doesn't give you hands as in to punch things. Yeah. So far, you can spend anything from 5 minutes, depending where you spawn, going to the beach, to I think the longest I spent was 40 minutes. To find a village. Now, what you're looking for is big, gigantic rocks. Like, I mean, massive rocks. And they're usually the indicator that you're gonna be near a village. Oh, there's a big, gigantic rock, and there's another one. So it's like a bus. There's always two. First there's none, and then there's two. There's three. There's four. Wow, there's a lot of rocks. I'm not sure if this is a village rock or if that's just a rock formation now. I assume the one on the left, actually, there could be more for a village. The ones on the right look more like just formations. We'll see if there's a village somewhere nearby. Usually near these rocks is housing somewhere. There we go. There's a village. Is there another one? Is there another one? No, this just seems to be a rock formation. Pretty cool one, I have to say. Okay, so we're near the village. Now, what I suffered from so far, and this is what I played 4 hours. I played 4 hours of walking simulator and tree chopping simulator. So I'm a bit... frustrated at a few things, but the game actually has a lot to offer, and this is the frustrating part. When you look at the actual release notes, yeah, they're linked on the release notes straight away, because obviously there's no tutorial in the game. A HTML page to a list of items they have in the game already, yeah, which is very extensive. I mean, they already have in the game, and now this is items they already have in the game. So they basically have things like wood fiber, sulfur, coal, gunpowder, seawater, bell pepper, pears, potatoes, carrots, eggs, leather, pistol barrels, M9 slides, M9 frames, shotgun barrels, shotgun pump, shotgun stocks. They already have tons of ammo, of weapons. This is great, that's all in the game. Then they also gave us a list of recipes. And they have so many recipes, and it looks really, really good. Like, and this is the frustrating part. This game already has so much in it where you think, well, that justifies the price, no problem. But the problem is I have not been able to get that far yet. because every time I stop the game and I go to exit to the main menu and come back, it wipes all my inventory. It wipes everything. So unless you're willing to play like a 10-hour session in one go to get to the parts that are happening later, you're never gonna see it. It doesn't save your state. And this is the single player. This is not the multiplayer. On multiplayer I could understand it, like, but single player it should save some things. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Here's a log, so let's pick that up. Once you have a log, you can start the actual crafting. So we actually spawned, and we spent the last 9 minutes running around like muppets trying to find this village so we can start crafting. Now this is already something that I didn't enjoy that much. So now let's craft some sticks so we can start making our first branch weapon, which is something they actually said in the last update they already gave us by default, which doesn't seem to be the case. So let's, yeah, never mind this. This is bugs I can live with, you know, that you drag it on and it shows you always the total number instead of just taking the item. That's fine, I can live with that. Sorry, what am I doing? Yes, sorry. There you go. A beating stick. So the beating stick is something you're supposed to start off with by default, not find in a village, like that's what they said in the last patch, but I think they only applied that change to multiplayer because I don't see it. I can't see it, and I'm on the right version, am I? I can't really see it here. Let me just double check. Yes, I am on the right version. I just had to make sure that I actually updated my game before I started recording this. I did, so I am on the last version. Now once you have the beating stick, you can dare to chop down trees. Now I hope they actually either fixed it or I'm just getting lucky. Depending on the area you're chopping trees in, these trees can be vicious to deadly. So let me just... There we go. Okay, this one actually behaves normally. Okay, it's not... It makes the falling sound, but it's not actually falling. And I'm always afraid when it does it that it actually falls on top of me, because trees can kill you. So that it like invisibly falls on top of me. And then it turns into these wood logs, which is brilliant. Excellent. Now let's find some rocks, because these rocks we can't really farm. We have to find little rock formations. There we go, like these guys. And these big gigantic, well, not these big gigantic ones, these little rocks here, you can hit them and break them down and get some small rocks from them. Excellent. And you get always 2 rocks. Well, that's so far what I could observe. And you get one random thing, which could be sulfur, a diamond, ruby, and we also have helicopters. Yes, once you found the village and you start the plane, there is one of those helicopters. I have no idea what the purpose is of it, okay? I assume at some stage it will drop possibly crates, or maybe it already does, I just never see it. I see them sometimes arriving and flying over, but I never saw them drop anything. There you go. There's one of those little Sputniks right now. But I never see them drop anything, yeah. So I don't really know what their purpose is. All I know is they get very annoying very quickly because they come more and more frequently flying over your head. So... and the noise just lingers around forever. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see if we find another rock formation because we need more rocks. Now the rocks that you can mine are very scarce. Sometimes you find 2 or 3 on a spot, and sometimes you just find 1 or 2 very far apart from each other. There we go, there's another one. But again, I have no idea what the size of the island is. There seems to be no map. When I click M, there's nothing, and there was nothing in the actual control mappings that suggested a map. Which is fine, you know, I can live with that. So here we go, we got, instead of a diamond, we got a sapphire now, which is great. And we got rocks. Now, the reason I'm so excited about the rocks is because now I can... Well, first of all, I can make more sticks. Don't worry, it just uses 1 item. Oh, why cannot... Oh, there, I didn't click craft, my apologies. So anyway, to go back to my earlier point that you can't really get to the content, it is a pity because it works against them. Yeah, because if I now exit the game and say, okay, say I get interrupted now and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna pause the game and I'm gonna exit it actually to make sure everything is safe. That's what you would expect when you exit a single player version of a game, and you come back later and you don't even close the client and you actually go from the menu and continue your single player game. All this is gone. Yeah, It's gone. It's like it's never was collected, and this is the type of thing that can get very frustrating very fast. So let me see, where's our sticks here. So what we do now is we're gonna take these sticks, okay? Let's move these guys out, and we build it up like I think it's like that, and then let's build it like that. Let's get a hammer first. Let's make a stone hammer. So this is where I like this game. I mean, this game has a really nice little crafting thing. You know, oh, there's the helicopter again. I already turned the music off. The music was getting very annoying, and I don't know if it's copyrighted or not, so I didn't want to have it on. Now, here we have a stone hammer, and now the stone hammer is much stronger than the branch stick, which can now, which is now a nice melee. Well, it's a melee weapon, but it also can smack trees and rocks. So what we need to do is we need to find more rocks, because we need to make a stone axe to get a better way of chopping down trees. So let's search for rocks a little more, excuse me. And then we're gonna chop some trees, because I want to show you the base building features in the game as well. Now, in the moment, base-wise, the way the crafting works, yeah, they have divided the crafting into what they call subtypes, yeah? So you can craft a certain amount just being yourself, just on your person. So you click this and you put certain items and you can craft certain things, yeah? And they call this the basic diagrams, yeah? And then they have something called the basic cooking diagrams, which basically can only be accessed at a fire pit. The problem though is I wasn't able to figure out yet how to access a fire pit, because when I made one and tried to access it, it kind of was very buggy, and eventually when it worked, it wouldn't actually let me put anything in, because I wasn't able to actually find any animals yet to cook in. And when I found animals, they kept running away. So, and you're not really faster than them. So let's step back a little bit in case this is a kung fu tree. Let's just hope for the best. Oh, this tree is nicely behaving as well, so hopefully they actually did make a change, which would be nice. It's still not doing the falling animation. Sometimes they do the falling animation, sometimes they do it when you start hitting it again after. So it's a bit strange, but that's things I can live with perfectly fine. Now, come on, we have to find another bit of rock. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the game is actually aesthetically quite pleasing. It is, now, to be honest, optimized, I wouldn't say it is. Now, I'm running on a 5.8, on an i7 5820 at 4.4 gigahertz overclocked. I'm running a 4 gigabyte 970 GTX graphics card. Come on. And I have medium settings in this, well, default settings, which is basically for, it's a bit like Subnautica. When you start this, it asks you if you want to start fast or in what quality, and then it has more options within the game to change it. I just don't want to call them up, because sometimes when you go into the actual options menu and come back out, what happens is you have this arrow here, which is which you invoke when you click the action button, which is enter, yeah, and that allows you to hover over your item, things like that, and you know. But then when you click the mouse, oh great, it's gone. Don't tell me it disappeared. Oh, there it is. Wonderful, good, it's still there. I was afraid there for a second. Then it lets you control the game, but what happens is sometimes you go into the options menu and change options and come back, and it's like this, and it won't let you click into the game, and you can't even move left and right anymore. So that is actually an issue. So because the problem with that is it forces you to restart the actual game client, which in turn wipes everything you did, your bases you built, your things you made, everything. And that is another very frustrating part. So these towers you can climb up on. They were saying in the description sometimes you find goodies in the villages. So far I haven't found anything. I found just empty prefabs, and that's pretty much it. I haven't found anything in any of them, so I don't know how true that actually is. There's more than one village though, like there's at least two, because I found two. There's a big one here and then there's a smaller one. Let's see. Okay, I cannot jump over this little bit of fence, thank you. No, there's nothing there on the floor. Okay, fair enough. This here, what is that? Can I destroy that? Because it doesn't seem to be useful to anybody. No, I don't think I can destroy it. No. Okay, and it has no purpose. Okay, fair enough. So what we want to do now is we want to craft a stone axe because, oh wow, it just became dark. Click, click. So, and this is all stuff I can live with. The whole transition from night and day, I don't really care about that much, you know, that's like superficial. Immersion, whatever, you know, but let's craft an axe, and that is another book in the moment, which again is fine because you can use the stone for pretty much everything. A stone axe, so far in the last, since before the patch, I haven't tried it since the patch, you can equip a stone axe, but it doesn't actually equip it. So when you can equip it in your toolbar, but when you click on it and activate it, it doesn't actually put it onto the character. So you can't use it. So I'm actually unable to, no, sorry, here we go, stone axe. So put it into slot 3, and clear the crafting window. Now, if I go through and press 3, nope, still doesn't get equipped. You even have a 3D view of your character, and you can't scroll in and out. It's just that weird view, like basically over the shoulder. And you can see when you press 2, he takes a hammer in the hand. When you press 3, he does not put the stone axe in the hand, which is a bug, but that's fine, no problem, because the hammer can take care of pretty much everything anyway, so it's not a big deal, yeah? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna collect some wood. Hopefully we're not gonna get killed by a ninja tree. I hope this is not too dark for you. If we find more rocks, I'm gonna go further down the beach in a second and get more rocks. We can make a fire pit. And then you can see, well, I haven't figured out yet how to actually go into a fire. Well, I figured out how to go into a fire pit, but not how to exactly light it. Because it did show on the screen once you build a fire pit, press E to ignite, and it just doesn't. So I don't know if it's something I'm missing or I'm probably doing something wrong. Oh, here we go. We have the sound of a falling tree, but nothing is falling. So we'll wait for it to finish in case there's any invisible trees chomping us down. And then we're gonna chop the tree for wood. So it's pretty much like the forest in that sense with the tree chopping, that the tree falls, then you go and hit the tree more after it's down, which generates the wood logs or whatever you want to call them. That's fine. So here we have 10. Now what we can do is we can build a base, for example, with that, or a foundation. You need 6 wood logs for a foundation, which means you have to chop 2 trees. You cannot leave the crafting running and walk. As soon as you walk, it closes all these windows, and you have to start crafting again. Again, that's fine. I can live with that for the moment. This is all perfectly acceptable. My biggest issue right now is that this game literally wipes everything you do every time you rejoin the game. Every time you restart, it wipes the game. And that's the only issue I have, because I spent 3 hours early on trying to play around, eventually found villages, took me forever, then eventually got a small little base built, and then I got that bug where it changed the options like to higher settings. I want to see if it looks more like better on higher settings, and it did that stupid bug, excuse me, where you can't move the mouse and you can't move your character and you're forced to restart the game, and all of a sudden everything was gone, and it's like, wow. But even when you don't have that bug and you restart the game, it wipes everything. So it does seem to wipe just whenever you restart the client, definitely. And it, so far for me anyway, it also always wiped everything I had on me when I was simply pausing, going back to the main menu, and then going back to here. That helicopter has been around a few times. Now that seems to be more solid with the chopping now, which is great. So hopefully that was one of the things they fixed. Oh, there we go. There's a falling tree. Yeah, after the patch I only had 1 tree slingshotting me in the face. So I kind of left that as a feedback saying that it still does that. I don't think they were actually fixing it, unless it was a stealth fix, because so far I would have had already at least 3 trees trying to kill me. And we need more wood logs. There we go. Now trees seem to respawn. You have these little saplings that grow into big trees. Now, we spent literally just only 20 minutes, yeah, or 23 minutes on the game. Now, without my waffle, and if you would purely focus and find the village a bit earlier, you already could be actually having your first square little base with 3 walls and a doorway built. But that's pretty much it then, because you need to build a workbench then, which means you need to, for a workbench, to build a workbench, you can do that on your person, that's no problem, but you need 10 iron ingots. The problem is that iron ingots are a random drop from the stones, which means every time you kill one of those, well, every time you hit one of those little rocks that you get rocks from, excuse me, I have a sneeze. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Oh, not sure what's wrong with me tonight. So every time you chop one of those little stone formations down to get your rocks from, you have a... oh, look at this. Come on. Yeah, there we go. What is that? An orchid flower. Nice. Probably used in crafting somehow. Can probably be milled down because I think they have this whole herbal thing as well already added as a subtype. But again, I never had the chance of how to try it because I got wiped before I even had a chance. I know I keep saying that, but I want this to be very clear that the game says on the store page, and they are advertising rightfully, that they have already a lot of features in the game. But so far I have yet to actually be able to see them. Where is that in rocks? I mean, we have to find 10 iron ingots, which means we have to destroy 10 rocks multiplied by the chance of actually getting iron ingots to drop. Unless there is an iron ingot repository that I'm not aware of. Because all these are just stone. Well, there's no labels on anything, so when you hover over these things in the environment, you don't actually get told what it is. There's gold ore, so again... you see how rare these stones are? Yeah? So, can you imagine finding them and then still trying to get 10 iron ore? Like, there's a lot of grinding so far, which means... how long are you gonna play grinding all that and then still play not to lose your progress to see what else is there? I mean, there's only gonna be a few people who are gonna put 20 hours in this in one go to see all the features, and I'm not one of them. No way. There's some sheep around here, I think, on the find. Well, there was anyway when I played it before. I think they randomly spawned in the animals, so one of the forum posts actually said that every time you start a game, a different type of animal is spawned in, and that you only have that one type. So if you have elephants, you're not going to see crocs. If you have crocs, you're not going to see elephants, things like that. But you always have these little critters like sheep and rabbits flying around, no matter what. But not right here. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Let's see what we can do with that. So we have a base, a foundation. So let's move these things up there, and let's make a wall. Now that costs us another 6 wood logs. Or logs. Sorry, 7 days to die in my head. Okay, I think we have enough logs to make a wood window. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we need for a wood window. So we need 2 here, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and we need another one over there. Oh, that is a doorway. It lied to me. How do you make a wood window? Let me see. That's a wood door. What the hell was that? What just happened? Something just went boom. I wonder if one of the helicopters crashed and finally died, because I couldn't hear them for a while. Maybe you can find the wreckage after a while and get some weapons in it. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe that's a thing. I mean, it sounded pretty close, but I can't see anything, so... ah, well. Oh no, there's helicopters, so yep. G.I. Joe is on the case. Okay, let's figure out how we do that window then. Okay, oh yes, I don't think we have enough wood, because window is made like this. Yeah, we don't have enough wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's get going on the base. Let's put the base parts down so you guys can actually see how this works. So let's place down a foundation. You can place foundations pretty much anywhere. Well, okay, I can't place them here. Well, it said I can place them anywhere on the island, like in the ad. So, oh yeah, there you go. It was just very white on white, so you couldn't really see it. So I should be able to actually place it right here. Yes, sorry about that, my apologies. So, and now let's build a wall. Excellent. Okay, so let's get this tree. Now, okay, and after... Don't fall towards me, I tell you. Okay, it's not falling great. We're going to be able to pick up 3 more logs. And that is us sorted then. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do that window. Wood window. There we go. Nice. So this seems to take more wood than actually a solid wall, which only takes 6. Which is 2 less wood logs, like, which is insane. So they seem to be a bit all over the shop, but hey, that's what I perfectly understand and perfectly accepted early access. Excuse me, I keep yawning, that's my fault. I'm really apologizing for that. That is because it is very late here right now. I really tried to record this earlier, but I kept crashing. I mean, I recorded this probably 4 times. I mean, I played this for 4 hours trying to record an episode where I can show you a little bit about the game. And now again, this is not a series, this is literally a one-off, just to show you what this game is about and how it looks and how it feels and how long things take before you find them. So in the moment they're a little bit grindy, and I'm lucky that none of the trees actually spat out and ragdoll killed me. So let's get that window, let's put it here, and whoa, dude, what the hell? Okay, let's just place it down. Now this is lovely. So we have a window. Hey! Woohoo! Hello, who's walking past my house? Yeah, sorry, sir. This is private property. Get off my land. Yes, me laddie. And the thing now is, if I do this, exit to the main menu. Now this is just going to the main menu, okay? And then I'm going back into my single player. And see if they fixed that actually. I mean, early on it didn't work, so let's see if it works now. It loads me back into the map, and you see that mouse icon? I click, nothing happening. You see, nothing happening. I can't turn, I can't move, I can do nothing. Okay, and... oh, there's a rabbit. Wow. And look, my inventory... and everything is empty. I can't do anything. I'm completely stuck. I hit the enter button, I hit the action button, I hit the move buttons, I hit the crouch buttons. That only opens and closes the crafting window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing. Everything gone. I hope you enjoyed this episode either way and got a good look at what this game is all about. And I'm sorry, I'm frozen. I have to now crash out of this game, and I can still click exit. But now after this happened, what happens is none of these buttons become responsive. So I actually can't click anything. So the only way to exit now is Alt F4. So on this note, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys in another episode. We will be back to 7 Days to Die tomorrow. And as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.